shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Las Vegas. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Play action. It's Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and goal, Watson. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. Touchdown! Devin Singletary, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
7, Raiders 0. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor.
There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Charger drive about to get going. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, here's Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Watson dancing to his left. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Chargers 14, Raiders 7. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On second down, there's the option going left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On first down, it's Fields. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. A shotgun snap, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Fields. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chargers 14, Raiders 7.
To the air again, Fields. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A carry here for Hunt. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
Come on.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent. and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and a yard, Watson. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Breida will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Raiders 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone got 4 down.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Fields. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he powers his way up past the 30. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Six yards left on 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for L.A.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And able to find a little space, he gets us up over the 15 to the 16. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Fields throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Meanwhile, Fields' throw taken in by Samuel. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, Fields winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
45 to Mike.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He connected on his first, this from 41. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
On the return, Tremont Smith. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. The Charger drive about to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. A solid stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Chargers 28, Raiders 13. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 106 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. They'll run with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the 1st half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the 2nd half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They snap it to Fields. Being chased out left. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, They can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On first down, it's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Chargers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Raiders 13. Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. Saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 22.
From the 22, Fields. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's going to go up top again. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Watson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Chargers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 1st down, it's Fields. Forced out to his left. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down to 22.
Chargers 42, Raiders 20. Ka'imi Fairbairn set to...
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields dancing to his left. They'll go screen here to Hunt. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields flushed out right. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Here's Fields. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And one last throw here for Fields. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown, Raiders! Kareem Hunt, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So, for the Chargers, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.